This is pretty weird. They sent us so we received 4 pallets between today and last night, and today we received another. Well, this is the thing. This is also from Hasbro. So we received 2 pallets from Hasbro and then a 3rd shipment from Hasbro. But this one came by a courier, so they gave us 39 boxes. I mean, this is just the Fantastic Four stuff, so it's a bit weird that they did that. We're a bit in a cram right now because this doesn't feel very well planned out, where we have to pay for all this all in one time just to ship it all together. Oops, sorry. Oops, pardon me. Ooh, somebody got an app on. Hey, Polly. So I guess what everyone wants to see is obviously what does it look like. So was it 2 pallets? Maybe 3. I don't know. I'm sick, so I had Paul and Anthony do it. So we got our Transformers. Oh, it's a restock of Silverbolt and Ultra Magnus. What else did we get for Transformers, Paul? Devil. I'm sure you opened at least one of each box, right? Oh, DEFCON. Okay, yeah, it's a reissue of DEFCON. Stable-ish. Oh, okay. Stable-ish. Alright, so these are Commander Class. So Commander Class, it's sure when you order 100 of each one, like Ultra Magnus. Who is the other one? What's the other Commander Class? Wolverine minus. You know what? I'm gonna get that. 1 second. Where's the Ultra Magnus? Okay, so the palette you were actually on had the Ultra Magnus. So we got Ultra Magnus, Silverbolt. I think Megatron is probably here too. Did we receive Megatron? Yeah, not yet? Okay, so we're still supposed to receive... No, I already paid for it. Alright, so maybe next week. So, this is part of the plan where I think it's not very planned out very well, because some of the shipments from Hasbro, they come in waves, whatever, by boat or whatever transportation method they choose. But then the problem is it's coming in giant containers because they want to be cost effective. But then they have something where we're stores that we order large amounts of each one, and then these waves are all supposed to be staggered through a monthly period, but it just comes in all in one time, and it's just all one time we have to spend 50,000 within a week's time. And so it's for some businesses that's really difficult because we want to have the product to be sold in store, but at the same time we don't have infinite money that we can just I'll have 200 Ultra Magnus, 200 Air Razor, 200 these are all Commander classes. They're all large figures. They all go for $76 each. So for us, we have to put all that money up front in a week's time. And then, on top of it, they have their staggered release of other stuff. So I just opened it now. It's a Wolverine. So we've already received a couple of shipments of this, and this is another oops. Let me put you guys in a more stable. All right, so let me put in a more stable thing. So, it's cool. I want to have all the Wolverines, especially a cool one, right? But at the same time, I can't afford to have all the cool ones in stock well, I can get a bunch, but at the same time it's really tough on the cash flow is when you're having to pay for everything at the same time, and then within 1 week, we have to either sell it all or we have to put it in the storage, which is fine, putting stuff in the storage, but then that's money sitting there for a while as you sell it over time, which is fine. We want to sell things over time, but I don't want to not have enough for everybody who doesn't want to buy it for that week, right? Because some of you, you don't get your paycheck this week, so then I have to carry. It's just okay. No, it's just I want to restock on whatever this Hulk. It's not the greatest Hulk, but people still don't have it, and within 2 or 3 months, we won't have it in stock, right? But in this case, I'm only getting a few cases because if it sells out, okay, well, I needed to put my money in for the new releases, Megatron, Ultra Magnus, and the rest of them. So then, it puts us in a position of where do we put our money in? We're going to always put it in the new items because more people want them, and that sells faster. But, I don't know. Yeah, these are just new Star Wars releases, right? It's the thing. And you know, I hate how they pack this thing. Give us the, you know, people, obviously people collect these and they want it in box. A lot of people do, like Star Wars in particular, the carded stuff. So, you know, they should put a better packaging box than this, because I feel like some of these are already damaged. Yeah, I'm not sure about this. So that's -4. So -4 is Wolverine. -1. Okay, Cyclops. All right. See, like, those items, I kind of consider them evergreen. So I always kind of want to have it in stock, or at least like evergreen. Like, a lot of collectors are going to want them for a while, right? So we want to keep a bunch of them in stock, but at the same time, we just can't afford to have, you know, put all our money in 1 second, within 1 week, for all the new reissues, because then it's like, okay, well, I need to keep money for the new releases or the restock, and it's either I run out of stock really quickly, and then I'll be like, you know, I have my money back, then I can put it in the next item, or I can put some in the new item, but then if I sell out, then I'm sold out, and then, you know, do I put it into the older items that people are going to want eventually? Oh, this is why it's like it's hard to get a good selection in a lot of stores, because, you know, our stores we have to manage our cash flow, and managing cash flow in the toy business is one of the most important aspects, I think, of running a toy business, especially the toy business, because the margins are lower. Because, like, sure, if you have another business like I'd say my girlfriend, like she sells products 4x her cost, right? So, you know, they sell high-end hardware, but like for the houses, so it's like door handles and doors and stuff. So for them, their cost is like, let's say $25, and they sell it for $100. So, you know, having one of the inventory, you know, pays for the next 3. So doing one sale is, you know, great, and they can afford to do it. For us, we sell a whole case. It pays in profit wise for us for 1 unit rather than, like, so for example, if I sold Grandpa for 6. So I sold all 6 Grandpas here. So Grandpa is Frag Viper. So let's say I sell all 6 Frag Vipers. That will only give me the profit to own 1 Frag Viper, because it's a smaller multiplier, right? So we only have 20% margin rather than 300% margin, like, well, not 300, but like 70, like 80% margin. Whenever you're below 50% margin, that's what happens, right? It's just, you don't double your money. At least when you're at 50% margin, you double your money for every sale you get. But in here, you have to sell multiple times, and that's eaten up by external costs, right? Your 25% margin is eaten up by your processing fees, staff, and rent. So you end up just having your money stored. A vast majority of your money is just stored in products and not in cash. Even though you're selling a lot, it's hard because you have to restock the inventory. Because sure, I can just sell this all and then I have a bunch of money, but then it's like I'll have no inventory, right? So we don't get a multiplier on our money that way. Let's see what else we got. So I guess this is also gonna be I don't know, I guess people just like my versions of unboxing, whether it's like returns or new product shipments. Yes. Is this it? Yeah, I think this is. All right. yeah, people are. This is a Target exclusive, so how many did we get of this? Good old Philip, yeah. Yeah, I think this is supposed to be like a Target exclusive, but in Canada it's a fan channel, so yeah. Yay for me. Yeah. So we'll start shipping those right away. So yeah, just to let you guys know, like, I guess you might have heard my earlier conversation with one of my staff. We only get like a week's notice of when the stuff comes in stock. So at any moment, we can get just a huge bill from our distributors saying, hey, yeah, you owe us 50K. And we're like, what the fuck is coming in 50K, right? In this case, it could literally be everything. So like the first pallet was just all Transformers. This one seems to have Marvel and Star Wars. This one's like G.I. Joes. There's some Transformers here. I'll get to that later. Oh yeah, I'm not elegant. Well, that's not gonna work. X-Force Warpath. Is this a restock? I think this might be a restock. I'm not sure. It says here, it says Tommy, so I'm gonna go for another Joe box here. So this might be more of a Joe video or a Fireman? Joe Fireman? The Claws of Destiny. Alright. Tommy. We already opened Grandpa. Not Tommy's grandpa's Bart. Blowtorch, alright. Blowtorch. Oh, I guess, did I show it to the camera? I can't remember. Sorry guys, I'm sick and tired. So, alright, so I think that's it for the Joes. I'm pretty sure that is Archangel, so it's a restock of that. Oh yeah, all the Fantastic Four were upstairs, so we'll get the ship Fantastic. The Fantastic Four was pretty weird, because I know Pulse had it first, and the problem with that is like, hey, Pulse got it first, so, and then I asked them, hey, you guys got this already, where's our shipments for it? And then they like shipped it us later, and I'm just like, I don't know, I guess the date was cleared like at some time, but because all these companies work with like Excel sheets, and they just forgot to send a message to like shipping to like ship out our shipment of it. So then it's like, okay, then they decided to ship our orders out, so we're like, okay, so now we're just slightly behind with shipping there to everybody, but I don't know, it's part of the game. Alright, so we have Ultra Magnus, Prime Commander. So is Prime Commander different from... I decided to get out of the way for the unboxing because they need to sort it out and stuff, so I'll be alone in this room. Sharp objects. I'm very good at it. Yeah, this is not necessarily a rant video. It's just sometimes aggravation do happen, right? So, you know, I don't like to be caught off guard sometimes, and I understand all these businesses are reacting to the situation, right? With the whole tariffs and tariff on, tariff off, and you know, companies they you know, the window, like there's no tariff, they ship everything during that window, and then tariffs on, like okay, don't ship anything. So you know, I started to open these other. So these are other companies. Well, this is Hasbro, but I haven't opened one myself, so I just wanted to see it. So yeah, like Hasbro's approach is like tariff off, ship everything. Tariff on, ship, don't ship anything. Or okay, Silver Surfer. So Silver Surfer did the best, oddly enough. Or no, The Thing and Silver Surfer did the best. Okay, this thing's not too bad. I'm worried for this movie. Some people saying it looks good, some people saying no. So it's one of those movies I think, you know, everybody has to watch themselves to make a decision on if they're gonna like it or not. Is this 6 different figures in one box? Wonder Woman or Invisible. All right, I just took a few boxes here because it's like I have privacy. Plus the guys, they try to not disturb me when I'm doing a video, and I try to not disturb them. Power Rangers. This is kind of cool, actually. I love it. So Hasbro giving Mattel the license to Power Rangers, I think is cool. So if you don't know, like Hasbro owns the rights to Power Rangers, but they are leasing it out to other companies. So they leased out to Mattel to make it, which are not Mattel. Playmates, yes, Playmates. They gave Playmates the rights to make it, and then Playmates made the Zords, and they like combined. I thought that was cool because I was really like hopeful for the Zord initiative where they were going to make Zords, but they only stopped after like 3 Zords, which is kind of sad. Like I was kind of excited for like for all the Zords. I wanted to collect all of them, but then when they killed the lion, I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm stuck with Mighty Morphin, which are probably the best ones. But you know, there were some other Zords that I thought were going to be cool. And obviously, right away, Playmates decides to make the Megazord, and you know, they all combine, so that's kind of cool, right? I was told by my distributor I have to be a good boy and only sell within Canada and not third party. And so I thought, like, okay, I'll just sell it within Canada. Fine. All right, this is Bandai. So we finally, Bandai has finally did their, and they accepted the paying small tariff, and then they shipped some stuff in, and now I think there's a new trade agreement. So actually, Bandai, I have a funny story here. I hope Bandai doesn't watch my videos, but wow, Majin Buu is a big boy. Yeah. All right. I mean, I know Majin Buu's a big boy, but I didn't expect his toy to be also. I'm expecting his toy to be a bit smaller, to be honest. He's a spirit animal, that's for sure. Actually, I had an unexpected Bandai visit the other day. So I think these distributors, while they're all adapting to the situation, they're also like forcing us to try and adapt in payments, because like I don't think there's many stores that can, on a blink of an eye, cough up $50, $60, $80,000 in a week for products, and then it's like you know, it's only a week, and you cough up all that money, and then you know you need funds to keep running the business, obviously, and then it's like, okay, so I'm gonna lower my, so in the future, am I gonna have to lower my quantity of a single item I'm gonna order? So like instead of ordering, I don't know, 200 of, you know, Wolverine 97. Even though I think like I'll sell those 200 for sure by the end of this year. It's putting a lot of money into a single SKU, and if that single SKU comes all at the same time as Wolverine and then this Megatron and this Optimus Prime, it's like, okay, well, I could have done it if, you know, I can normally order I usually order 200 because, you know, that's good in a month for whatever, 6 months, 3 months, 4 months. But like if all 4 of these SKUs come in at the same month or the same weeks, especially, then all of a sudden our cash flow, you know, goes from stable to up and then back really far down, really down, and it's like such a huge change. And obviously, it becomes like a bit chaotic because we have to ship it all out, you know, hopefully within the week. Oh my god, I gotta show you the orders now that we have to go out for today. It's like 400 orders. I mean, granted, thankfully it's like a lot of it's like, you know, the single units, like the GI Joes and Target exclusives. So people just really want those items. So it's like easy, just one product, one box, ship and go. We can probably handle that a lot easier than when we do a random sale and it's random products here and there. Because, you know, we have to grab a different box or a different item from a shelf every time it is. But this time it's always the same item, so it's easier to control. Well, anyway, everybody. That's, you know what, this is half rant, half unbox opening / side time story. So, you know, I don't know. You tell me which part of this video you enjoyed, and I'll try to concentrate my mind, because right now I'm obviously scatterbrained. So let me know which part of these videos you wanted to hear more than the other random parts. Otherwise, you know, if it's, you know, small stories or just more unboxings or just random things that make me go crazy, because I'm like, we're learning to adapt, but at the same time the adaptation is learning against us. So we have to adapt to the adaptation. Otherwise, you know, everybody, stay frosty.
Don't forget to subscribe.
All these orders, because it's all pre-orders. Look at all this. It has to go out in like 2 days. What the hell?